good morning, guys. Welcome to day 33 of my journey. It was actually day 34, but look, day 33's recording yesterday was the quality wasn't so great, so I thought let me record it again today for you guys, and I'll still do day 34's recording a little bit after this. Anyways, let's get into Ecclesiastes 6. This is what it states. There is another serious tragedy I have seen under the sun, and it weighs heavily on humanity. God gives some people great wealth and honor and everything they could ever want, but then He doesn't give them the chance to enjoy these things. They die, and someone else, even a stranger, ends up enjoying their wealth. This is meaningless, a sickening tragedy. A man might have 100 children and live to be very old, but if he finds no satisfaction in life and doesn't even get a decent burial, it would have been better for him to be born dead. His birth would have been meaningless, and he would have ended in darkness. He wouldn't even have had a name, and he would never have seen the sun or known of its existence. Yet he would have had more peace than in growing up to be an unhappy man. He might live 1,000 years twice over and still not find contentment. And since he must die like everyone else, well, what's the use? All people spend their lives scratching for food, but they never seem to have enough. So are the wise people really better off than fools? Do poor people gain anything by being wise and knowing how to act in front of others? Enjoy what you have rather than desiring what you do not have. Just dreaming about nice things is meaningless, like chasing the wind. Alright, so what can we get from Ecclesiastes verse 1 through 6? Right? There's some little notes here in my Bible, so I thought I'd read that for you guys. It says, this person has died without being able to enjoy his wealth and honor. Everyone dies, both rich and poor, end up in the grave. Many people work hard to prolong life and improve their physical condition, yet people spend little time or effort on their spiritual health. How short-sighted is it to work hard to extend one's life, but not take time to prepare for eternity? Right? I think that just hits it so spot on. Jack! Sorry, my dog was busy like chewing his elbow or something. Anyways, but how true is that, guys? A lot of the time on earth here, we spend so much time trying to make our bodies strong and work so hard to improve this physical life around us, which is not a bad thing, guys, but we shouldn't fail to work on our spiritual lives. A lot of the time we do that. We'll work so hard on everything in the physical here, but we fail to improve ourselves spiritually and connect more with God. Remember, that's key. We have to prepare for eternity in this life. Okay, let's get on to the next section. Ecclesiastes 6, verse 10 through 12. The future determined and unknown. Everything has already been decided. It was known long ago what each person would be. So there's no use arguing with God about your destiny. The more words you speak. Yes, I'll check it now. Well, my cousin just got born. How crazy is that? My aunt was pregnant, and yeah, she was struggling to give birth. And well, yeah, so they've just done a C-section, I believe. Um, yeah, how crazy, right? Right in the middle of this. But I'll check out the photos now. Um, anyways, let me read again for you guys. Ecclesiastes 6, verse 10 through 12. It says, everything has already been decided. It was known long ago what each person would be. So there's no use in arguing with God about your destiny. The more words you speak, the less they mean. So what good are they? In the few days of our meaningless lives, who knows how our days can be best spent? Our lives are like a shadow. Who can tell what will happen on this earth after we are gone? Alright, now let's read through the notes on that. Okay, So, what that is basically about, God knows and directs everything that happens, and He is in complete control over our lives. Even though at times it may not seem that way, how foolish is it for us to contend with our Creator, who knows us completely and can see the future? Solomon is stating the profound truth that we cannot predict what the future holds. The only one who knows what will happen after we are gone is God. No human knows the future, so each day must be lived for its own value. Solomon is arguing against the notion that human beings can take charge of their own destiny. In all our plans, we should look up to God, not just ahead into the future. And yeah, that sums up the end of Ecclesiastes 6 pretty well, guys. You know, only God knows the future, right? God knows the past, the present, and the future. But the main fact here is only He knows the future. So we shouldn't worry ourselves too much in what's coming next, right? Instead, we should be grateful for the present and just live by what God is guiding us to do. You know, if we find ourselves stressing about tomorrow too much, we end up being in a place of anxiety and worry, right? Instead of just being grateful for what God has given you right now, right here, in this present moment. Anyways, that was Ecclesiastes 6, guys. I love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll chat to you soon. Peace.